Very good evening, students. Let us discuss about a small topic in social psychology today. It's called prosocial behavior. We all know what prosocial behavior is all about. It is an act of help that you definitely do to a person who is in difficulty. So, prosocial behavior is one of the common factors which we come across every day in our day to day life. So let us see what social psychologists have to talk about prosocial behavior. Prosocial behavior is actions by individuals that help others, often with no immediate benefit to the helper. So prosocial behavior is a very common part of social life. So there could be many circumstances in life that you just keep walking on the road and somebody by mistake fell down, somebody met with a small accident. There could be a couple of people who are just going to go immediately rush and provide some minimal help that is required. There could also be a set of people who just do not bother about what is happening in the surroundings or in the society. But prosocial behavior is more an act or the urge or a tendency that you tend to help another individual who are in need. And prosocial behavior and empathy is something which goes hand in hand. So if you are empathetic as individual, automatically you are applying the prosocial behavior concept. So social psychologists were a little really serious to understand, okay, what are the motives behind such behaviors. So, why do people really get into prosocial behavior? What are the factors that are contributing for an individual to get into the prosocial behavior? The second important question that they all had in mind is okay, when do people help, or why do sometimes people fail to help in different social situations? Like I told you, sometimes when an accident is witnessed, you can just, there are a set of people who just go and help the individual. At the same time, there are people who do not want to do that. The next question is, in other words, we are trying to understand what are the factors influences an individual to perform any kind of pro-social behavior. That is the positive side of the social life. So, keeping all these questions in mind, social psychologists have come up with few of the various factors that influence an individual to basically get into prosocial behavior. So the topic is to analyze and realize why do people help. Okay, people help because of various reasons. Sometimes people help in a very unconditional manner. Sometimes people help with some hidden intentions behind it, behind the same. There could be various reasons why people help. So now one such factor why people help is because of negative self relief. So helping someone reduces our unpleasant feelings. So if I'm a person who's having a lot of negative emotions, I'm not feeling good. I think my life is not going in the way how it has to go ahead. In such kind of circumstances, when I try to just help another individual, there is a kind of a mirror image that is formed. So I will see a lot of happiness in the other individual. At the same time, I will try to get rid of those negative feelings that I'm currently trying to experience. So that is why social psychologists have probably tell that okay, negative state of relief is a mirror image of empathy. Instead of helping because we care about the welfare of other person, that is the empathetic concern, or understanding their feelings, that is empathetic accuracy, or it could be emotional empathy, we help because such actions allow us to reduce our negative emotions. In other words, we do a good thing in order to stop feeling bad. Let us look into the next reason why do people help. People help because of empathetic joy. So social psychologist calls it as helping is an accomplishment. Okay? Helping becomes an accomplishment. So it gives me a lot of empathetic joy when I do that. For example, if I help somebody, or probably if I give something to somebody, and if I could just see a smile on their face, That itself is going to give me a lot of happiness, lot of empathetic joy. It is generally true that it feels good to have a positive effect on other people. This fact is reflected in the empathetic joy hypothesis. So, Smith and Etiole in the year 1989 have probably told us the concept of empathetic joy hypothesis. So, what does this hypothesis tell us? It suggests that help us enjoy the positive reactions shown by others whom they help. So, a very good example is, how many times have you recalled that when you just gifted when you just gave a small gift to somebody, you've seen a lot of smile on their face, and this in turn gives you a lot of pleasure and a joyful feeling. So the second important reason why do people help is because of empathetic joy. Let us look into the third important point. Why do people help? Yes, competitive altruism. So, a very good example of competitive altruism, as I have already mentioned in my PPT, could be one popular example, could be politicians. So, competitive altruism is trying to tell us that, okay, this particular view suggests us that people help others because doing so will boost their status, it will increase their reputation. Okay, people will start looking up on them. So probably we have seen that a lot of people who are economically sound, economically rich, they would tend to do a lot of charitable accomplishments in life or trying to help people in abundance. So this in turn would give them name, fame. It could also give them a lot of reputations when they do that. So not always people are applying competitive altruism, but competitive altruism is also another reason why people would probe or push themselves to do a lot of pro-social behavior. I hope this small topic has helped you to basically understand what is pro-social behavior and what basically motivates people to do a lot of positive pro-social behavior in life. Thank you.